Hi everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings. Today we're going to be making a set of cards using this stamp set. This is a celebration stamp set and you can get this free when you spend $50 with Stampin' Up. So if you need to get any information on any of the supplies that I've used, or if you need to place an order, you can do that by just clicking right up here. It takes you right over to my coordinating blog post and then everything is right there for you guys. So I'm using this stamp set and I used it one time before and I had really great feedback about using the layered pieces. So what I've done is I wanted to create a bunch of cards so that to have on hand, and so this stamp set I thought would be perfect for this, and so I did two each of these colors. So I did Tangelo Twist, this is Bermuda Bay, this one is Blackberry Bliss, and then this is Wild Wasabi, and then I used a pink for the flower. So I thought I would show you how I made these, and I'm going to make a yellow set, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in and we're gonna do a few things here. The first thing is I have two Hello Honey card bases. So I took an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. I cut that right in half at 4 1/4 and it gave me two card bases. I'll set that aside. Then I took a piece of Sahara sand and I cut that at 4 by 5 1/4, and that's going to be a layer, okay? So then I took another 1/4 inch off, so it's 5 by 3 3 3/4, and that's a Whisper White piece. And what I'm going to do is use a background stamp and my Sahara Sand ink pad. So all I'm going to do is I have this dictionary stamp set. It's a background stamp set. I'm going to lay this down and then ink it up with my Sahara Sand. It's upside down. And then what we're going to do is just lay this down, drop it down there. It ended up going down there a little crooked, but that's okay. And then we can just lift this up and we have a background. It's okay that it's crooked. I'm not worried about it. We're going to be covering some of it up anyways. Just like that. And then if you get your stamps in wood mount, your background stamps in wood mount, then you can do the same technique. I just always get mine in clear mount, and then this is how I use them. Oops. Okay, so that is perfect. So I can now set this stamp set aside. And we're still gonna need a piece of scratch paper. Okay, so we're all done with our Sahara Sand, and we have our background, and these pieces can just layer right on here. There's nothing else that we're doing with them. I was able to make all of these cards in about an hour. So once I got the design down and figured out my steps, I just did it in an assembly line fashion, and then they were really super easy. Okay, so now we can set these two pieces aside with our card bases, okay? So the next thing I have two of these, and you can see that they are stitched. I used the Lawn Fawn rectangle stitched die, and I can just lay them both down just like this. I lined them up with my grid. And then I'm taking just two of the images, okay? So on this stamp set, there's 3. I don't like using this one. I don't like the way it looks. That's just my preference. So this is number 1 and this is number 2, and that's what we're going to use. So now I'm gonna open up my ink, and I'm using So Saffron and Hello Honey. So we are going to do this one, and we are going to do the darkest color, okay? And I'm putting this up pretty high. Just like that, and then I can do that again. Okay, just like that. Now I'm taking my So Saffron. It's a lighter color. I'm taking this image and we're going to line it up. Now, I'm not going to put my head in the camera, so I'm hoping that this will line up, but I'm not directly over it. Not bad. So that's with the So Saffron, the lighter color layered on top. I did pretty good with that. So now we can close So Saffron. I just have Wild Wasabi right here, and that is for my stem. And you can just stamp that right down there. I'm all done with Wild Wasabi. Let's bring our Hello Honey back over. And I'm using this stamp set for my sentiment. And this stamp set is A Dozen Thoughts. And I wanted to go ahead and use You're in My Thoughts, because when I decided to make several cards, I really do not have any cards that are like sympathy cards or that I can send that say just thinking about you. So You're in My Thoughts I thought would work for several different needs. So I'm gonna go ahead and use You're in My Thoughts, and I'm gonna do that in the dark color, the Hello Honey. Now I'm going to put this down on this piece where it says You're in My Thoughts, and between my and thoughts there's a little gap, and so that's where I'm kind of lining it up so the stem will come right through there. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but lining it up right on the stitch and then right in between the stem, okay? So really our cards are almost done. All I'm gonna do is flip these over and put dimensionals on them. Dimensional, so they stick up a little bit, they pop up with some dimension. So let me zoom in a little bit and I'll show you all the different colors. So here is the Hello Honey, the Wild Wasabi with the pink, the Blackberry Bliss. Now for Blackberry Bliss, what I did is I just did the dark, I just stamped once and then I stamped off for the larger one. So I did a second generation stamping. So here's Bermuda Bay, and I used Coastal Cabana as the light color. And then here's Tangelo Twist, and I did the same second generation stamping to get the light orange with the dark orange. So I love how these came out, and then look at this huge set of cards that I now have that can go out. So what I'm gonna do right now is grab some envelopes and pair these with some envelopes, make my envelopes match, and then I'll have everything ready. So let me grab a Whisper White envelope and I'll show you how I'm going to coordinate these. All right, so for just a quick envelope, I'm using the Better Than Email stamp set. This is for the Bermuda Bay card. So I'm just going to use From My Heart to Yours. And stamp that right down just like that. And then I will add a liner. Oh, I think that was off camera. But here it is stamped From My Heart to Yours. And then I will add a liner in here in blue, and then that will be my envelope, and I'll just set that together just like this so that when I need a card, it's all ready. So that's a tip I have for you guys. Get everything all ready to go, and then put it all together. So when you just grab out a card, all you have to do is address it. I'll even stamp my address stamp right up here, and it'll be ready to go. Super simple. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Make sure that if you are interested in getting any of our celebration items from our celebration catalog, that you do so real quick. March is the last month for these items to be around. And then also we just got 4 brand new celebration items that were just released this week, and photos of those are on my website. So make sure you just head right over to my website, click right there, go over to my coordinating blog post, and check out all of these items. So thank you guys so much for coming by, and I will chat with you on Wednesday for a Creative Wednesday post, and then I'll be back on Friday for Memory Keeping Friday. So thanks guys so much, and I will talk to you later.
If you wanna play, make it about a place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind. You'll find